Hi there. I'm Jody Bentley, actor, producer, speaker, and teacher. Hello. Before I jump on in, I just want to say I have my cup of tea because it's freezing. Yes, it is 61 degrees in LA, so therefore I'm cold. East Coast skin gone. And yes, I'm doing this on Wednesday at 11. I missed my Tuesday at 11 time for this because of the holiday weekend. And then Matt and I, yes, Matt, it is freezing. Hello. Thank you for joining. Hi, Sharon. Hello, Lily. Thank you for joining. But yes, I missed my Tuesday at 11 Facebook Live because Matt and I were on a plane, and it took from getting to the airport in Boston to getting back to our home in Los Angeles took 17 hours. So we arrived back home at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, so none of you wanted to see me do a Facebook Live yesterday at 11. Anyway, I digress. Excited to jump on in. So, as an actor, I play women who are ambitious, determined, obsessed, and myopic to the extreme. As a producer, I tell stories that raise consciousness. And as a speaker and teacher, I talk about bravery in business. So welcome to episode 8 of my Bravery in Business series. Hello, Vivian. Thank you for joining once again. And when I talk about business, I talk about the business of acting, I talk about the entertainment business, the business of crowdfunding, creative businesses, and also the business of our minds, the business of life, how to not self-sabotage in the business that we are in. Because I do believe, thank you, Vivian, I will keep warm. I mean, it will be 70 in like an hour, but I'm being a big baby. Hello, Lenora. How are you? Thank you for joining. So, bravery. I invite you to be brave with me during this entire series and throughout the week, because I do believe that bravery is a choice. To me, bravery is authentically being yourself and not compromising your vision for your career and your life. And in episode 8 today, we're going to get into some of the nitty gritty. Hello, Andrea. Thank you for joining. We're going to get into the nitty gritty because today we're going to talk about inbox overwhelm. Love it. Emails. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about today. Hey, Ronnie. Thanks for joining. Okay, yesterday I posted a question, my Brave New Week question, and it was, what email are you sending this week that you are afraid to send? I got some really great responses. Andrea, did you send that email? I trust that you did. You guys, Andrea Rivet is so talented and so booked up that she had to send an email to cancel a gig because her calendar was just too full. Let's give Andrea a thumbs up. Yeah, girl, woo! Okay, so I trust you sent that email. Deborah, I trust that she was procrastinating on sending emails to the heads of the National Olympic Committee to pitch her coaching program. I trust that she got that done too. Kavi was sending an email about her new business with that whitening toothpaste. I see it all over. I don't know much about it. Maybe Kavi will send me an email. Ariella was sending out an email for a blurb on her class. I love that Patrick wrote, he was sending an apology email. How lovely. So look, there are lots of emails that you might not be sending because Andrea didn't send it yet. Oh, everybody. Let's go to Andrea's Facebook page. Andrea Rivet, R-I-V-E-T-T-E. I'm sorry, Andrea, I'm calling you out. Go to her Facebook page and tell her to send the email. Okay. I did say this week, and you're right, Andrea. I did say this week. All right, I take it back. Don't go to her Facebook page, you guys. Be nice to Andrea. Okay, so sometimes we don't send emails because of fear, because we're afraid to send them. I had one a few weeks ago that I was terrified of sending, and I finally did it. So that happens, right? We get in our heads about things, and we let that fear hold us back. So a couple other reasons, though, where I think we don't send an email is because we get overwhelmed by our inbox. Therefore, we procrastinate. Hello, SM. Thanks for joining. So we get overwhelmed, we procrastinate, or emails get buried because we're not handling our inbox. We are being reactive to our inbox and not proactive with our inbox. Does that make sense? How many of you out there have hundreds, if not thousands, of emails in your Gmail account? I'm giving you a moment to respond. Maybe anyone will type anything. No. Well, I bet you do. Hello, Joseph. Thank you for joining. I know people. My mom is one of them. Yes, Mom, I'm calling you out. She has like 30,000 emails in her inbox. So I've been emailing her and she hasn't been responding to me. And I was like, Mom, did you get my email? Why haven't you responded? And she's like, oh, I don't look at it anymore because there's 30,000 emails. Thank you, Joseph. Joseph has tens of thousands. Okay, so Joseph, I'm really glad that you are here today. Because of course it is overwhelming to open Gmail or Outlook or Yahoo or whatever you're using. Matt still uses AOL, you guys. Yeah, Matt, I'm calling you out. So go to Matt Vieira's Facebook page, Viera, and tell him to join Gmail. Okay. No cutting off. I have to listen again. Oh no, I'm cutting off. Okay, well, I hope it's the connection over there and that everyone else can hear me. Okay, so of course it's overwhelming to open your inbox and see all those emails, and it just feels. Sorry, Matt just said settle down over there. Oh, he has 4 Gmail accounts, but he doesn't use them. Okay, then we digress. Of course it's overwhelming to open up your inbox and see thousands of emails. God, I mean, how do you start, right? And that's where procrastination comes in, which we talked about in one of my other videos about procrastination. So if you haven't watched that, go back and see it. We procrastinate because overwhelm sits in and we feel stuck, right? And again, that's fear. So you might look at all these emails and be like, oh my God, there's so many emails. I don't even know where to begin, so let me not even do it. How many times have you said that? Not even about emails, but about lots of things. So go watch the procrastination video. And the thing with emails, though, is you don't get to be overwhelmed by it. You know why? Because you can be in control of it. Because there are software out there to help you. It's just creating a system for you that seems manageable. Because when things are chaotic and seem overwhelming and unmanageable, we are going to push them away. We're going to procrastinate. It's not going to feel great. And we're not going to get it done. So you, being the creative business owner that you are, I know you want to get things done and accomplish things. Lenora has 2 Yahoo and Gmail. Gmail's her serious account. All right. So if you want to seriously talk to Lenora, go to her Gmail account. But we all have lots of emails, right? But again, it's about making it manageable. And today I want to talk about some software that I love and use to keep me from feeling overwhelmed about my inbox. And I've been doing that stuff for years. I'm a software junkie, an organization junkie, and a Virgo. So I love organization. Okay, but I have to say this really hit home for me when I had been, gosh, for like a year and a half, I had been emailing this executive producer in TV, very successful man who I got a referral to, who I've been trying to meet for coffee to pick his brain and learn things. And I've been persistently emailing for a year, and we've yet to connect, though we will someday. And every time I have emailed this man, he has responded within 10 to 20 minutes of my email. 10 to 20 minutes of my email. He has about 7 shows that got picked up at pilot season, and I sent him an email a month ago, and he still responded to me within 10 to 20 minutes. So, time. Not having time is not an excuse to not answer your emails or to clean up your inbox. I mentioned before in some videos that I have hidden behind time for many years. And for a long time, I've hid behind time. That was always my excuse. Oh, well, I don't have time. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Well, I wasn't prioritizing the time. I wasn't carving out the time to actually accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. And when you have systems and structures in place that support you, you magically have more time. So if this executive producer in television, who is developed and producing 7 television shows, can email me back, who he doesn't even know, within 10 minutes, then you have no excuse to email the people back who have emailed you and to not let things fall through the cracks. And let me preface all of this. Oh, Marcus, hello. Thank you for joining. Let me preface all of this by saying that no system is perfect, and things will go awry. And I think I have about 2 emails in my inbox right now that have been in there for about a month and desperately deserve a response. So even though I'm talking all of this, I want you to know that I am not perfect and that some things will fall through the cracks. And then we get to carve out the time to pick up the pieces and move forward. Okay? But let's talk about some systems here, because for me, the goal with my email and my inbox is what David Allen calls inbox zero. To zero out your inbox to 0 emails, to have no emails in your inbox. How does that feel? Is that scary? Does that seem like never going to happen? Does that seem like, why would you want to do that? Just notice whatever feelings are coming up. If you want to share some, you can post them in the comment section. But that is my goal with my email. And I love David Allen. He wrote a great book called Getting Things Done. I mentioned him in one other video, I think about the calendar one that I did. So I love him. And inbox zero is possible. It really is. It's just about getting tools in place and following a couple simple rules, I suppose, to manifest that and make that happen. And in my last video about calendar, I talked about something that David Allen talks about, which is do it, defer it, or delegate it. And I'm going to bring that up here again because it's applicable. And let me see what SM said. You reminded, he's too busy. He takes maximum 15 minutes to reply. Yeah, right? So exactly, SM, which is something to talk about as well, is carving out chunks of time during the day to respond to emails. That if you are you the type of person who you have every notification set up on your phone and the email comes in and you look at it right away, but maybe you don't respond right away? So you're checking it, all those notifications keep us like reactive like this all the time, which is why I shut off every notification on my phone, because I can't stand it, because it just puts me in a reactive state, not a proactive state where I will take 20, 30 minutes at the beginning of the day, 20, 30 minutes at the end of the day and answer emails and just go through and bang it out, set a timer and bang it out, and not being reactive in the moment, because typically we don't respond when those notifications come in. But this is why I like David Allen's thing, the do it, defer it, and delegate it. Because he says, if it's going to take you 2 minutes or less, do it now. And that's what I believe this executive producer does. He's like, this email came in, I can't meet her now. He's very graciously says something nice and says that he can't do it and says whatever. I mean, it's a short email. It took him probably a minute to write that. So if you can do it in under 2 minutes, do it. Hello, Karen. Thank you for joining. So do it. Do it. If it takes you less than 2 minutes, just do it. Send the email. Get it done. Defer it. If it's not something that you can do today, because perhaps you need more information from someone else, or you still have to do research, or you still have to do another task before responding to that email, then you get to defer that email to another day. So how do we do that without having it get buried in the inbox or forgetting, which is why I'm going to share with you a couple of tools. I'm looking over here because that's my other computer, so I have notes. I'm a Virgo. Okay. I'm going to share with you some tools that I use. And then the delegate it. Well, with emails, typically you get to answer all your emails unless you have a personal assistant who is responding to things in your inbox. And when we all get to that point, that will be lovely. But right now, we either get to do it or defer it. And that's why I want to talk about this piece of software, which is called Banana Tag. Banana Tag. Now, I was making fun of AOL earlier. Look when said done. Oh, I have a lot of facial expressions. Yes, I do, Lenore. Okay, so let's talk about Banana Tag. Banana Tag is a great extension. I use Gmail, so Banana Tag works with Gmail. Which is why I was making fun of the AOL account that Matt has earlier, because Banana Tag is such a great tool. Now, it is completely free, and it's a Gmail extension. I use Chrome as my browser. I prefer it, and Banana Tag works well with that. I'm assuming it also works with other browsers. You can look into that. And it's Banana Tag, like a banana you eat, and tag, T-A-G. And this thing does so many things that I love it. Okay, so what does Banana Tag do? Well, first of all, you can schedule emails. Any night owls out there? And maybe you go through your inbox at 1 a.m. and you start answering emails and pressing send, or 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. I know some of my friends do that who are super night owls. Well, you know, maybe you don't want an email arriving in someone's inbox at 1 a.m. or 4 a.m., especially if they're a busy business person. You want it to arrive during business hours. So by all means, write your emails when you can respond. Take the time that works best in your schedule, but then schedule the email to arrive in their inbox at 9:30, 10 a.m. Maybe you know that person takes an hour lunch and is always answering their emails during lunch. Well, then have it send at noon, 12:30, 1 o'clock, whatever it is. So you can schedule emails like out for years, years and years and years. Maybe you schedule an email to your best friend in 5 years for their birthday. I don't know. But anyway, the scheduling function is really awesome. So that way you can answer emails on your time, but make sure it arrives in the person's email inbox at the most efficient time for business. Make sense? Okay. The other thing, and this is the thing that I love, so we're talking about, if we're saying do it, defer it, and delegate it, doing it, you're going to do it if it's under 2 minutes, but now you're going to defer it. Okay, so what is that? So how do we do that? In Banana Tag, you can snooze emails. So for example, I went on a trip on Friday, and I knew there were like 3 or 4 emails that I couldn't answer on Friday. So I snoozed them for today. So you can snooze an email, and when you snooze it, you can put it in for a particular day and time, and it will appear back in your inbox as if you haven't read it yet. So therefore, your inbox is uncluttered, because again, the goal is inbox 0, or to only have in your inbox the emails that you get to take action on. Does that make sense? So if you're not going to answer it now, if you need more information and you know you're not going to get that information for a few days, snooze that email and for a more appropriate time for you to handle it. And that way it just takes it out of your consciousness. So when you're looking at emails, it's not like, oh, God, that thing. Oh, right, that thing. Oh, right, that thing. And then we're constantly having that reactive feeling, which feels terrible, right? Okay, the other thing that it does is when you send an email, if you don't hear back from someone, and you can set a parameter, say 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, it'll pop back into your inbox to remind you to follow up. Because how many times have you sent out an email and then you didn't get a response, and then you forgot about it, and then a month later you're like, oh shit, I sent that email, I never heard back, and right? Yes, Lenore, I'm talking about the 3 Ds again, exactly. So this eliminates that, and it eliminates you forgetting things or having things fall through the cracks. So you can, again, have that come back in your inbox if you don't get a response on it. So that way you can follow up, because it is up to you to be persistent, to get the information that you need when you're sending an email. And the other thing it does, Banana Tag, is tracks your emails. So you can see who opens your emails, who clicks on links in your emails, and how many times they've opened your emails. Now, maybe it's a little creepy, maybe it's a little stalkery, but here's where it works really well in business. When I was looking for a new, what was I looking for? Oh, a commercial agent. No, a voiceover agent. When I had gotten out here, I had written a beautiful pitch email and sent my demo out, and I had a targeted list of like, I don't know, 20 agents or so. And I could tell when that agent clicked on it, if they clicked on my reel, how many people opened it in the office, if it was forwarded to another person. So I could see all of that. And there was one agency in particular, Vox, had opened it like 15 times. They passed it around. They opened the link a bunch of times. So I called my manager and was like, hey, Vox is a hot lead right now. And she called them up. And within a day, we got an answer on my voiceover reel. They ended up passing, but I knew that they were interested. So I knew they were a hot lead and took action on that. See how that works? So it's actually using information to garner your hot leads, warm leads, and cold leads. And then it helps you know how to follow up. Because if someone is hot on you, you're going to follow up a little differently than if they haven't opened the email at all, right? So that's a great thing with the tracking emails. And the other thing that Banana Tag does, and you guys, This is all free. Now, if you want to have unlimited tracking of emails, I think it's like $60 for the year. But if not, then you can do like 5 a day or something like that. But what you also can do in Banana Tag is create templates. And I love the templates because I can have a template that I send out after networking events to people that I've met there, but then I'll go in and tweak it and write something personal. Or I have a template about my one of the films I'm producing, so I have the links to the script and the deck and maybe the show Bible or whatever it is, and I'll create an email template. So therefore, I'm not recreating the wheel, because how many times are you sending the same information? Sometimes it can be a lot. So having that template in Banana Tag is really awesome for email efficiency. So using that tool is going to really help your inbox. And the other thing that I love is how Gmail separates things with your primary, your social, your updates and promotions, because already then it's automatically filtering out the stuff you don't need and putting all the actionable stuff in your primary folder. So I first of all urge you to do that, and then adding Banana Tag on that, your inbox will become so much more manageable. Does this make sense? Awesome, I'm excited. Amanda, hello. Thank you for joining. Okay, so another thing to add into your email. Gosh, can you tell I get excited about software? I'm already like 20 minutes and I'm not even halfway done. No, I am halfway done, I promise. Okay, so the other thing to add to your email is this thing called Wise Stamp. So Wise, W-I-S-E, stamp. And it adds a signature in your email. So this isn't necessarily helping you with getting your inbox down to 0. Banana Tag is for that, and the classification in Gmail is for that. And I believe it's important to have all of your information at the bottom of your email, because it's extremely annoying when I go back and look at an email to maybe call someone or get their website and they don't have an email signature. So Wise Stamp is, once again, free. You can create an email signature. I have links to all my social media on there. I have a link to my reel. I have a link to sign up for coaching. Once my new book with Christina Ship is launched, we're going to have a link to my book, or I'm going to put a banner in my signature. And all of that is done on Wise Stamp, because it's important to remind people how they can find you. Because if you are easily findable, is that a word? I'm making it one. If you're easily findable, then people are going to reach out more. Because it makes it easy for them. So be accessible, have all your contact info there, and it is really a soft way to promote and pitch your stuff without being heavy-handed. So I urge you to check out Wise Stamp. Again, that is free. Retrievable, that's a good one, Matt. I guess I could have said retrievable, but why is someone retrievable? Searchable? Searchable. Going with searchable. All right, cool. And okay, the last thing I want to talk about in terms of inbox overwhelm. And I'm still playing around with this one, so if you want to check it out and chat with me about it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, let's do that, because I'm curious what you think. It's, again, a free software, and it is called Streak. S-Tar? I think I'm still a little jet lagged, you guys. S-T-R-E-A-K, Streak. And basically, it's adds like free sales funnels in your Gmail. So I use it for certain follow-ups for projects, because you can create steps along the way. I use it for auditions, so I know, oh great, this audition came in, so that means I get to add it to my audition tracking system. That means I get to send a thank you card to the casting director, and then I get to add them to my database. So I have all these steps, like a checklist, that I can run them through in Streak, so I make sure that everything happens. So it is just another way to take action off your emails. Because I think a lot of times people look at your email as your personal to-do list, and it is not that at all. So, and I think that's where emails get really overwhelmed with thousands and thousands of emails. But Streak can sort of help you make those emails actionable and put them through a system to help you be more efficient and take action on them to create a great system. All right, so those are my tips. Ooh, inbox overwhelm, I love it. So look, if anything from this, go into your Gmail account and set up having those 4 tabs, the primary, social, updates, and promotions. And anything that is super important from the people that are super important, make sure they're going in your primary folder. You just drag an email and drop them in there. And start with that and download Banana Tag and play around, because it is awesome. And you will be on your way to inbox 0 and being super brave in your business, knowing that you have a system. and not letting a simple thing like sending an email or having something fall through the cracks with a potential contact get in your way, because it doesn't have to. You can make that choice to not let it. All right. Thank you for joining me. Stay tuned for the next one, which will be on Friday. So I'm a day behind this week. So we're doing Wednesday and Friday. And I'll be posting a question tomorrow, which we will then be discussing on Friday. So follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Sign up for my newsletter at jodibentley.com. Hello, Liz Hache. I'm just signing off, but it's nice to see your name pop up. Yeah, if organization, productivity, all these systems elude you, then sign up for a 20-minute coaching consult, and we can discuss what could be useful for you and how coaching in consulting could help you in the future get more organized and on track to be brave and successful. All right, awesome. Have a great day, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.